We were devastated. It was a moment that I think the reality of our life and what we thought and everything we'd ever known changed.
They took him in right away and started running all kinds of tests, and you could see the fear in the doctor's eyes of the emergency room. Like, they knew something bad was happening.
I think when we first heard the news, we were both in a state of shock. Later, after everything was confirmed and said that there was a possibility that our daughter had HLHS, I'm a nurse and I did not even know what that meant.
Kevin and I met in 2007. Everything was pretty sweet. You know, we had fun. We eventually got married 2 years later and started our family. Our daughter Juliet and our son is Graham.
Hey man.
He's a lot of fun.
Evans and I met in high school. Near the end of college, we got engaged. We didn't get married until our late 20s. Jarrett was our first child. I decided to have a second child probably when Jarrett was 2. In our life, with my husband, we had restaurants and we kind of had a crazy life. It was 8 years between that our daughter Andy was born. I was 40 when I found out I was pregnant. During my pregnancy, being my age, we were at our doctor, and if everything was fine, I was going to get to be released. The doctor came out and said that she noticed something was missing with Andy's heart. And they were pretty upfront about what this entailed. Some of the children do well, some of them not so much.
You know, when you go into a situation not knowing what's going to happen next, those first 45 minutes were really kind of precious to us.
I actually got a call that startled me awake. The phone rang and I picked it up and noted it felt a little discomfort, from this wrist all the way across to this wrist, and just this like tight squeezing. Dealt with that till about 7 o'clock that morning, and finally went and woke her up and asked her if she would drive me to the hospital.
I felt like he was probably having a heart attack just because he was experiencing so much weight on his chest and it was hard to breathe. We found out that he had 100% blockage in his lower descending coronary artery. A few other places were pretty significantly blocked, but he's still here, so at least I got a good Valentine's Day present. I got my husband back.
I think it's so important for us and for so many families like us to raise awareness and to fund the research. We know that children born prior to the mid-'80s with what Andy has, it was a terminal diagnosis. And through research, we have been blessed with having our daughter.
It took me a long time to say, you have insurance, go to the doctor, go to the doctor, go to the doctor. And it finally got to a point where he had to. He didn't have a choice. It was go to the doctor or die. Thankfully, on Valentine's Day, he grew a heart and he went to the doctor and they fixed it. So it works really good now. And you always had a heart, but it worked better.